Hey guys, my name is SickaBOT1, and welcome back to Pokemon Moon, where I wonder if I remembered to do my syncing process for the last recording, but I definitely did it now. We're gonna go into the trial today. The long-awaited first trial of our island adventure in Alola. Let's do this. Greetings, Captain Ilima here, and my trial begins mere steps from here in Verdant Cavern. Note that the Pokemon living within Verdant Cavern are quite fierce. I wouldn't venture in unless you've prepared some potions and so forth. Though attempting the trials during the Island Challenge, one can exceed his or her own limits. That is what the Alolan people believe. Let's do it. Once you enter Verdant Cavern, you will not be able to leave until you've completed the trial. Are you prepared for the trial? I think so. I'll be waiting for you. Again, this is the gym challenge equivalent in this game. I'm gonna lead out with April, because I want her to get some sweet EXP. So, I checked, and our boss in this is not gonna be higher levels than 11, which makes me think, I think I can do this. So, this is also where some differences between this version of Pokemon Sun can become apparent. I chose Moon, because I like doing the second versions. That's traditionally just what I get. I can get into that after this dialogue. Let me formally welcome you to Verdant Cavern. I am your Captain Ilima. Allow me to explain the basics of my trial. What you should attempt to do is... Oh, hello. Defeat 3 of the Pokemon that lurk here in the dens. Then reach the pedestal deep within the cave and collect the Z Crystal there. You need to be completely in sync with your Pokemon to succeed. Uh-huh, sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dear. And there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Yeah? Many strong Pokemon can make their home in this cave, but one stronger and more fearsome than all the rest, known as a Totem Pokemon, also resides here. It will be the greatest obstacle you face as you attempt to clear my trial. By the way, until you clear the trial, you will not be able to catch Pokemon in Verdant Cavern. This is but one of the 7 trials you face during your Island Challenge. Not 8, only 7. So that's interesting. And it begins now, the trial of Captain Ilima. We can do this. Trial start. So, you saw that Alolan Rattata there. If you were playing Sun, or Ultra Sun for that matter, you would instead be encountering Yungoos, because they're kind of considered counterparts to each other. But this makes more sense given the Moon flavor that we are going through. Also, the player character I am playing as is often known as Moon, whereas the boy can be known as Sun, particularly in the manga. I haven't gotten that far in the manga for Pokemon Adventures yet. Right now, I'm, like, midway through Johto, I would say. I think I already explained that. Anyway, second versions. I don't know why, but I always consider, like, these second-named versions of Pokemon to be, like, the underdogs, and that's kind of why I like to support those rather than the first-named versions. They don't do third versions anymore, either. They quit doing that after Platinum, which is wild to think because that was originally considered a pattern to how they would be releasing games, and then they threw that out the window with Black 2 and White 2. But yeah, I definitely got Sapphire as a kid. I skipped Gen 4 at the time, but by the time I swung back around to it in like 2010 or so, excuse me, I opted to get Pearl rather than Platinum. I did eventually get Platinum, though, so rest assured of that, I have experienced that. When it was Gen 5, I got both White and White 2. With Pokemon X and Y, I made an exception. I got X because I liked Mega Charizard X more than Mega Charizard Y. I just thought Y looked kind of goofy. Like, X is an actual dragon, and it looks a lot cooler. That should do just fine. And accuracy lowering to make the medicine go down. Also avoid some tail whips, which is nice. Sun and Moon, I already told the story about how my brother got me Sun, and I was already getting Moon. Sword and Shield came along. I got Shield over Sword. Bug Bites. Yes! Finally! Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of Vice Grip. We finally have a stab move on April, and that is amazing. And with Scarlet and Violet, I briefly considered getting Scarlet over Violet, but I got Violet instead because purple is my favorite color. I wanted to defy those instincts, but I gave in to them anyway. Other games, I also got Let's Go Eevee over Let's Go Pikachu, although part of that was because I've already played Yellow. I wanted the game to have Eevee, I guess. Maybe? Was that my thought process? I don't know. With BDSP, I actually got Brilliant Diamond as opposed to Shining Pearl initially because I had Pearl. That was the game I already had. So I figured, you know what? I can make an exception for that. Gonna have the game with the Time Puppy. No. I do have Shining Pearl as well, though. I got it a little later when it was on sale. And what else? I actually think I got Alpha Sapphire first when those games came out in 2014. I remember getting it the same day I got my first amiibo, which was Kirby. This was back in college. Amiibos were released 12 years ago, almost. I'm sorry if that makes you feel old. So this is going to be a little tricky. This last Rattata actually has quite a few holes that it can jump from. So we need to be a little more skillful. Do we? No, it's just going to run from us like a little brat. We can't go outside there yet. That guy's going to make sure of it. I'm not even going to talk to him. At least I can talk to you. I can talk to my X-Defense. Would that just be like the equivalent of Tom Hanks in, like, talking to a volleyball in, I don't even remember what that movie's called. I've never even seen it. I don't know my Tom Hanks. I've seen Big. I've seen, of course, seen the Toy Story movies. I've seen Big. I've seen Forrest Gump as well. So just when you thought you were gonna get stuck, these guys roll on in. It's your berry thief boys back at it, back again. Remember us? I'm just gonna mess with them. Sorry, who are you? Yeah, it's fun to mess with. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Just because we switch places, you can't tell who we are anymore. Jeez, who cares about that anyway? We're here to mess up our trial, yo. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, that's right. Yo, let's get that Pokemon, homie. What Pokemon are you talking about? My Pokemon? Do you want my Grubbin? Do you want Grubbin? I guess you just want to fight me. Another guy, you think you want to fight me? Yeah, okay. Do you still have that Drowsy, or are you gonna have, like, Zubat? You got a Drowsy. Okay. So that's nice. I can test out my new Bug Bite on you. You sure fight us a lot in succession. You're not threatening. You ain't fat! You ain't nothing! I have to fight that Drowsy so many times. Even Ladybuzz learned Light Screen. Get rid of Supersonic. I don't care. I'm not even gonna use you because, again, Ladybuzz is terrible. No. Safeguard, no. Don't care. A lot of leveling up from that dinky little Drowsy, eh? That dinky little Drowsy. Okay. Hello. What's up with that? For real, though, I can't get my skull around it. This kid's mad strong, yo. No, it ain't even like that. This kid is straight up dangerous, homie. Uh-huh, sure. I don't know, man. Isn't this whole place trouble? You're the trouble. Yeah, it totally is, homie. I mean, that thing is so strong that a regular Pokemon doesn't even want to come out in battle. Uh-huh. Anyway, these guys are actually going to be helpful to us. In just a moment. Yo, kid, I know there's a mad strong Pokemon lurking back there somewhere, right? I'd run if I were you. Uh-huh, sure. No, we're not going out like that. We gotta get our revenge. Go stand over that den and catch that sulking Rattata, yo. Uh-huh. For real, fine. Got no bones to pick with you. Such unnatural read on my part for that, and I'm apologizing. But now they're actually blocking up 2 of the holes for us, meaning that we can swoop in and finally flush this thing out. Alright, we're not scramming. I'm sorry, Rattata. We're not gonna do that. We're not... Oh! That's actually Raticate. Right. Okay. I don't think we've seen Raticate yet in the Alolan form. But you shouldn't still be all that... Yeah, you got Super Fang. Never mind. Never mind. Also, when I was looking up what the boss's levels were, was I accidentally looking up this? Okay, the boss is only level 12, so I still think we're fine. I think we'll be just fine. Oh yeah, Bug Bite also has the added effect of eating a held berry if the Pokemon that you use it against has one. So that's nice. For kind of a lower leveled move, that is actually a nice effect to have early on. And before I take on the totem, let's get a super potion on you. I could have just used a regular potion because I said 19. Whoops! Whoopsie-doopsie. Am I speaking like a cutesy mother? I don't know. I don't have no kids. Trial guide here to help young boys and girls attempting the island challenge. Fantastic, you proved your strength to all 3 Pokemon. Then go right ahead. Let's go! Let's go, 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 let's go. Okay, thank you for that. My phone doing weird things. Just looking through, doing my research during the actual recording. Okay, let's go. Let's get that Z crystal. Or we can finally learn how to use a Z move. But do we want to use a Z move? Yeah, maybe. Oh, there's an HM up there. I want the HM. No. No, we gotta fight this big rat. This humongous rat. This is a totem Pokemon. This is Raticate. This is Totem Raticate. If you were playing Sun or Ultra Sun, for that matter, you would instead be fighting Ultra Gumshoos. And the thing about these totem Pokemon, they get a stat buff at the beginning of the turn. And there's another mechanic that we will get into soon. After we do a little biting. I was actually worried that might do a little more than I anticipated. But, yeah. Okay, that was actually... We stole its Pecha Berry, too. So that's nice. Totem Pokemon also have the ability to call for allies, which is actually something a lot of wild encounters allow you to do. Or are allowed to do, rather. But the totem Pokemon are always guaranteed to do it, and they always want to have someone by their side. I think you can run them out of their allies eventually, but it takes some time. Also, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's totem Pokemon are generally harder than those found in Sun and Moon. They will typically have better movesets and AI. They will sometimes be a higher level. Not in this case. This is the level that it's also at in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, they're harder in that game. I think that's basically a guarantee that they are going to be harder in that game. I think we can still pull this out. We just got unlucky with the flinch. If I use Disarming Voice, which I think affects both of them, yeah, perfect. Then I think we got this in the bag. Well, the game figures out what it's trying to do. Yeah, go ahead and bite me, I don't care. I'm much slower than these, but I do have a Quick Claw, so... Yeah, okay. I think this Disarming Voice is going to be enough to take on the Raticate. No! It's not! Not quite! That's a bit rude, don't you think? Come on, Quick Claw, Quick Claw, Quick Claw. I need this. Quick Claw. Give the game a Quick Claw. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can I tank this? We take those! Got them both down at the same time. Oh, thank you. And I had every reason to believe that it would just call it another Rattata if it had survived. Oh my god. Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet. Do I do this? Attack is like 1 point less than special attack. Water gun is a base 40. Since they have the same power, I think I might as well just do it, because it works like a quick attack as well. And I think that'll come in useful. Of course, who knows if later on her special attack is gonna completely overtake her physical attack. I just barely won that, and I went in here so confident that I'd be okay and I didn't need to do any additional training. For you to be able to defeat the totem Pokemon that had trained up to such a powerful state, I don't know what I can say. Working in harmony with your Pokemon, you have cleared the trial of Ilima. Yes, you're a phenomenal trainer. You're damn right I am. Congratulations, Megan. The Z Crystal on the pedestal is yours now. And here we get... Which one is this? I don't know. It's going to tell us in a second, right? Trial complete. But what's the Z move? Normalium Z. Okay, even though this was... I guess Rattata and Raticate are still normal types, but they're also dark types, you know. But yeah, Normalium Z. What you have just received is the normal Z Crystal. It's known as Normalium Z. Now, if you let a Pokemon that can use a normal type move hold that, you do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, and strike an elegant pose like this one, then you will be able to strengthen a normal type move by unleashing Z power. Moving right along. Yeah. Ah, yes. First, there is one thing I forgot to mention. The totem Pokemon. In every locale where a captain holds his or her trials, you will encounter a particularly strong Pokemon, like Raticate just now. And during battles against such Pokemon, they may summon allies to shore up their offense. Yes, I saw that firsthand. It's not a tactic often seen in other regions, yeah. Perhaps Pokemon in Alola are simply more inclined to help one another. Maybe. Since you managed to defeat the totem Pokemon and prove yourself, you can now try to catch any of the Pokemon you find here in this cave. In fact, have some Great Balls. Thank you for the Great Balls. Nice. That's a lot, actually. We can find Diglett in this cavern now. Let me see the Pokemon after... Okay. Thank you for healing me, because April got really unlucky in that. Come with me to Route 3. Okay. Probably not going to be doing that much of that in the rest of this. This will be a little bit of a shorter... Okay, we can't get what's up there just yet. Did you just call Ilima a dreamboat? I was only half paying attention to the text there. Okay, what are you doing to me? You're a Rattata. You're always gonna be a Rattata. You're not that interesting, but now we can catch a Diglett. Although we have already encountered a Diglett, so I don't know how special that would really be. Let me get out of here, thank you. I had some trouble running with April out at the front of my party earlier, and I was a little worried that the same would happen here. Can I try to get a Diglett? Or if it's gonna be a Zubat. Yeah, it's just a Zubat. You know Zubat. Crobat is actually a good Pokemon, though. Crobat, its final evolution, is actually a good Pokemon. Let me see if I can just catch this. Not even have to deal with anything else, just catch it. Be done with it. Right? I don't know. Can you be my... Yeah! Didn't even have to deal with you. Of course, if I am dealing with Diglett, maybe it's a good... No, I'll keep April out in front. I'll do it. I'll do it. These back-to-back recording sessions making me feel just a little bit tired, and I haven't had my coffee this morning. I still haven't had my coffee this morning. I need my coffee. Coffee. Such a... Oh! I'm gonna get that. Okay, there we go. TM for Brick Break. Oh, jeez. Obviously neither of the Pokemon I even have in my permanent party can learn that, but that's nice to have, I would say. Hello, Ilima. I thought I was just gonna go right into a cutscene, but I could still move, I guess. You know, Resident Evil camera angles and everything. Greetings, Captain Ilima here. As you travel around islands in Alola, you will find Captain's barricades here and there. These barricades help mark areas where particularly strong Pokemon can be found. Anyone can pass through them, of course, if they are escorted by a strong trainer. Those attempting the island challenge can pass the barricades as long as they clear the trials. Are you ready? Then behold the power of a captain, taking these down. Huh? Wow, how did they do it? Okay, whatever. Voila! Your world just got a little bigger. Yeah, I am the only captain here on Melee Island, meaning that my trial is the only one here. Now that you have cleared the trial, please inform our island's kahuna, Hala. I guess I'll do that. Eventually. Hello. Hello, Kukui. How are we doing? Hey there, Megan. Ooh, look at the expression on Lima's face. I'd say you cleared your first trial, yeah? Guess I better give you a little reward, too. Time to learn about Z-Power. Woo! Start off by selecting a compatible Z-Crystal from the Z-Crystals pocket menu, then use a Z-Crystal you choose on a Pokemon. Z-Crystals are compatible with the Pokemon if it knows a move of the same type as the Crystal, so it does not need to be the same type as the Crystal, just needs to know a move of that type, which can be useful. It basically turns that move into a super powerful attack. I'm talking like hundreds of base power, but you can only use it once during a battle to balance things out. Have your Pokemon hold Z-Crystal, and you'll be able to use Z-Powers in battle. And don't worry, you can use the Z-Crystals over and over on as many Pokemon as you want, just not in the same battle. Once you use one Z move, you're done for the rest of that. Which is, yeah, you know, for the best. Watch and learn, cousin. Oh, you're gonna give me a tutorial of this. Okay. Alright, do you really need to do that on some poor, pathetic Growlithe? Okay, Growlithe is not pathetic. It also doesn't really get anything special in this generation compared to its counterpart Vulpix, which we'll get to later. It's holding Normalium Z. Yep, it's... Yep. I'm leaving the screen small for this, but, I mean, you can... Or maybe I'll switch it. I don't know. Switching takes a lot of effort in the editing, but it's worth it to emphasize the right things, if I believe. Let's see it. Let's see that Z move. Breakneck Blitz. This is a rock-type move. Yeah, it's nice seeing some of these animations, especially in the anime. Yeah, I think that Growlithe's not getting back up. I don't think that Growlithe's getting back up. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Phew! Z-Powers heap all of the trainer's feelings onto a Pokemon, yeah? Which totally wears you out. Using Z-Power once per battle is all a team can handle, yeah? Yep, exactly. Oh, so that's why you looked so ragged, Professor. You look fine. No, it's like I was hit with amnesia. I forgot that I lost Lily somewhere on Route 3. Think you could spare me some time to help me look for her, Megan? I can go have a look around the cave for you in case she wandered that way. Thanks, cousin. Let's split up and find her, yeah? Things that haven't happened that I kind of expected to happen by now, but... my Pokemon are still in... No, they're fully healed. Yeah, fully healed. So even though this is like a slightly shorter video than I've been doing so far, I think that's gonna be enough for now because we got story stuff ahead in our future and also new mechanics. So thanks for watching. We're gonna do that in the next episode. How's that sound? Take care.